Hey, what's up everybody? So this video is going to be a little bit different. I decided to record some gameplay footage playing solo on a primitive server. And the population when this server started was 300 players, but by the end of it, it was only 10 players. So this is effectively a dead server. And I decided to go on the final day, right before wipe, and just to use all my boom, try to raid some bases, to figure out if I like primitive or not, and see how it is raiding with everything that I have. And here I am setting up some turrets, even though not really necessary. Like I said, the pop was like 10 people at this point, but I just decided to throw them in there. So I'm setting them up, and as you can see, you can use arrows in a primitive server for turrets, which is interesting. So then after I set up all the turrets, I decided to pull out the catapult. As you can see, you put it down and then you build it. And then I decided to use the firebomb for the wood wall to see how that would work. And in my experience, sometimes the catapult pushes back, so I like to build like twig around it to keep it in place. But in this situation, it wasn't really necessary, so I might have been just wasting my time with all this twig buildup. And of course, I missed on my first shot, as always. But that's okay, because you can always reposition and try again, and I have plenty of ammo, but I missed again. And again, of course. Each time I'm pushing the catapult back and reloading and shooting again. Here's another. And that missed as well. But not to worry, because what I didn't realize later is there's a bunch of wood barricades next to the base. And fortunately enough, my shots were actually hitting them and destroying them. So finally I hit the wall. Took long enough. Luckily I had a lot of ammo. And look at this, a direct hit, and look how much damage the firebomb does to a wood wall. Wow, like it literally does no damage, what the hell? So I'm like, screw it, let's just go to the pipe bomb. And then finally I break that stupid wall down. As you can see, the guy had a lot of barricades there, but they were kind of pointless. I destroyed them pretty easily. I did waste a lot of my explosives because I was just kind of shooting, trying to aim for the building and hitting God knows what, probably the barricades. Good thing I had a lot of them. Then my turret started acting up, so I had to disconnect one of them. Finally, I think I'm starting to hit the building. So the base finally opens up. But I'm like, let's keep going, whatever. I still have plenty of pipe bombs to toss at it. Out of the corner of my eye, I see this guy being chased by a boar. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But I'm just like ignoring it completely. Decided to fill a backpack and toss it next to my turret and then go investigate the hole in the base that I made. Yo, what's up, dude? I still have a ton. Maybe later. You shouldn't come close to have turrets. The guy seemed friendly. I just chose to ignore him. Tossed my backpack and went to investigate what damage I did. And this guy was totally broke. I think he wasted all his materials making bear traps and barricades. I decided to secure the base anyways a little bit, but it was kind of pointless. Decided to grab my backpack and then set off a pipe bomb to destroy a wall that was like 50 HP to see what else is in here. And once again, I saw a lot of bear traps. This guy went all out on the bear traps. But of course, he was still broke. This was a huge waste of time. But it was kind of fun to test out the catapult. And I can tell you that the catapult, I don't think it's my favorite siege weapon. I think the battering ram takes it. I investigated his base a bit further and there's really not much here. So I took what I could and I checked around the back of the base. That's when I noticed there was already a missing wall because it decayed. I probably should have went around the perimeter. But it is what it is. So I took his armored horse and I went on my way to find another base. And nearby I found this thing. So I decided to blow a wall with some pipes, which I had left over from the catapult. And if you didn't know, you can place them and then use like a fire arrow or a torch to set them off. One more pipe bomb. And here's where I nearly fumbled it. Yep, bear attacks me. And I'm scrambling around trying to find my jackhammer, which was in my backpack. Luckily, I was able to pull it out just in time. So now I'm all out of pipe bombs, and it's time to pull out the battering ram. As you can see, you put it down, and then you build it up. Then you gotta give it some low grade to power it. And you can drive it to your destination using that big arm to break down some walls. And then you press that green button to move the arm and to hit the wall or the door or whatever you can hit. And then when the button turns red, it means that the arm is broken, needs to be repaired with HQM. Yeah, this guy had all his boxes locked, and he was kind of broke too, but he had a couple of components. And this is how you repair the battering ram arm. Just hit it with a mallet and some HQM. I wanted to see if I could hit that other garage door. But unfortunately, the arm doesn't reach it, it just like breaks other stuff. So my plan was to get to the back of the base and hit it from there. But all these barricades and stuff were in the way, they're really annoying to deal with. So if you want to make it super annoying for a battering ram, build barricades or build your base in the water or on a cliff or somewhere very annoying where a battering ram cannot get to. Yeah, more locked boxes, and this guy didn't really have anything else here either. TC was a little bit loaded on wood. And there was another base nearby, so I just decided to drive the battering ram, which is really slow. So if you want to bring it distances, you gotta craft another one, I think. In case you're wondering, I think it takes 10 hits with the battering ram to break a stone wall but the arm breaks on the 9th hit and you need some HQM to repair it. Yeah, this base didn't have much in it either. Notice you can toggle a very small light in the battering ram as well. I decided to hit the back of the base as well because I just had HQM and didn't really care. But there's a pattern with all these prim bases, and that's that they're pretty much all broke. Alright, it's time for a tour of my main base. Yes, I lived the entire wipe in this base. Nobody raided me, I got lucky because it's not very secure. And I had a lot of stuff in here. And that's because a couple of days before this, I found a tugboat. I raided it, one door, and I got so much stuff that it was crazy. It was like boxes of loot. And this is what you're looking at. All that boom from before, all that sulfur, all came from that tug. I used fish traps in here, and fish traps are incredible. If you live near a fishing base, you trade the fish that you get, and you can get a ton of scrap. So this is my secondary base. I have a build video on this. I didn't invent this. I'm not sure who did, but I've been using this base for fishing for a long time. Unfortunately, fishing is not as good as it used to be because they changed the way bait works. So the fish traps are a much better way to do it. But I'm just showing you. By the way, I still suck at fishing. I haven't done it in a while, and I'm still terrible at it. But this base still works. You just put it in the corner, and you can fish. This is just another base that I raided and kind of took over. It's only 3 doors. There's like 3 people living in here. But I kind of like the design. It's pretty simple. Just showing you the loot. I don't know why. But yeah, just another base. A lot of times I'll raid a base and I'll just keep it in case my other bases get raided. I think it works pretty well for solos. But yeah, just a little base on top of a rock. Nobody else raided the entire wipe except me. And if you have a fishing base nearby and you're using fish traps, you can get a lot of fish. And look at this. Look how much scrap I can get. And I've been doing this all wipe. It's so easy. Over 1,000 scrap. All you really need is bear meat. If you got bear meat or wolf meat, then you can make a lot of scrap. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. Make sure to hit the like and sub button if you enjoyed this. It's a different format. It's not for everybody, I know. As you can see, I've researched a lot of stuff on this server, even though it's going to reset for the monthly wipe, but it actually is a weekly server. But yeah, definitely try fish trapping if you're playing solo and you want to do a lot of workbench researching. It just works great. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again for watching.